Good morning, coaches. This is your wake-up call. It is Monday, August 8th. Welcome, everybody. Today, it's Team Cup month, which I'm sure you all know because you're participating in Team Cup. And the energy is really high, and we're going into our second week. And I wanted to mention something about Super Weekend because that is happening Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just a little background information on Super Weekend. It started in 2011. It started as it was called Super Saturday. It was just supposed to be just one day, one Saturday where everybody got together and shared ideas, best practices, told stories, got that camaraderie going, that community going. It was really, it took off. We just keep doing it 4 times a year. Now, it started off little. People did it in their homes. They had it in their backyards. They had it in a rec center, a local church. And then it got really, really big. Super trainers started to visit. And some of these events needed to be moved to a big hotel ballroom and 500 people. And those are fun. They're like mini summits. But not everybody needs to do a Super Weekend, humongous event. You can have a Super Weekend event in your backyard. Get off Zoom, get out into the outdoors, get out of the indoors, get to the outdoors. And today is the last day that you can register your Super Weekend event. Now, I say that because registering just means, hey, I'm having an event. Here's a link if people want to RSVP to my event. And then we publish it on a map. Yup. There's the link, kind of a long link, but you can always go to the back office. We have it on the Super Weekend page or FAQ 9792. But that link, take that down a second, Keyshawn, and let me just share my map page, share my screen. So we publish it on the map. If you haven't seen the map, this is the map. You can see area meetings are happening. They're in different colors depending on if it's Sunday, Saturday, Friday. Canada, US, United Kingdom, France. There's events that you can go to. And also, where are you on this map? Get yourself on this map so that people in your neighborhood could come by, maybe bring you an apple pie, sit outside, enjoy some friends, whatever. But it just feels like what's old is new again. And it started out in people's houses or backyards. And now, we have the opportunity to do that again. So think about a Super Weekend. You all asked for it. You were tired of staying indoors. We all got together at Summit and everybody said the same thing. We need to feel alive again. We need to feel connected again. So that is what these meetings do. They make us feel alive, to hug people, to high five people, to hear a story in person, and to feel connected again. So think about registering a Super Weekend event. That was my PSA for today. Now I'm going to bring it over to Mr. Darren Ashby, Mr. Fantastic himself. How are you?
You always make me smile, Sandy. Hey, and you had me at apple pie, man. I want to host.
Yeah, just for the pie,
host.
Right?
Yeah,
you can work it off. But yeah, those were the fun events. I remember the Christina Delgado and Becky Brossette. They did an event. There was like 5 people in their house.
Yeah.
Now it goes to 500. So it shows the growth, but it's also the more things change, the more they stay the same. Now people are still going back and doing a little backyard party.
Yeah,
anyway.
It's so fun. So fun.
Some recognition for us.
Recognition. Let's do it. And I just got verklempt. All right. Good morning, coaches. We've got 20 new Diamond coaches. So let's jump right in with those guys and let you know who they are. Here they are. Congratulations to Paula Aquino, Shaylin Bond, Josh Bondi, Lena Bowers, Derlim Bravo, Megan Dietz, Carter Frederickson, Salmaz Johal, Allison Cruz, Maurice Leprejon, Ashley McIntyre, Dale Molason, Michelle Morgan, Lanny Nilsson, Michael Patalski, Sandra Ramos, Yalitza Rivera Gonzalez, Sasha St. Pierre, Leah Tanner, Maria Valencia Dominguez. Those are your newest Diamond coaches this week. Congratulations, you guys. Way to go. Now for our newest Star Diamond, we have 2 this week. Congratulations to Aaron Bird and Christy Lynch. All right, coaches, we also have a new 3-star Diamond coach from Canada. Congratulations to Erica Hadskis. And that is it for recognition this week. If you know these coaches, reach out to them, congratulate them, wish them a fantastic week, as I wish all of you. So make it a great one, guys. And now it's my pleasure to introduce none other than Keyshawn Graves to get this thing going. Keyshawn, take it away.
Thank you, Darren. I appreciate you. And congratulations to all of those coaches that we just recognized and your teams. We love announcing you every single week. Such an important part of the National Wake Up Call. All right. I have 4 announcements for you all today. And the first, you know what I'm going to say. It's all about Lift More. It is officially available for what we call VIP early access to everybody. The FAQ is 3317. You guys asked for this and we gave you more lifting, more sweat, more results, more Joel. So make sure you have a bod group or something to invite to, and that you are inviting people to do this incredible lifting program alongside you with your people in your group. And we also have some really cool Lift More apparel that you can visit. The FAQ is 3317, so you can get the hyperlink to all these things. We also have a personalized promo code that you can share to help people get this incredible, most of the packs, these valuable packs at an even discounted rate. And we have been giving away a bench, not just any bench, because you know that a bench is necessary for this program, but we've been giving away an autographed by Joel Freeman, the creator of the program, bench. And today is actually the final day for you to win your very own bench. If you want to learn more about how you can put your name in the hat for that, which is very easy, you just need to commit to the program by purchasing it yourself. Go to FAQ 7477. Lastly, with Lift More, we have the sample workout. So hopefully if you have people who are asking what the program is all about, you can send them that. That's a great third-party tool that you can give people so that they can learn more about Lift More, Joel, and just what they can expect from your group specifically, which is the best part of the whole thing. But if they are still like, what is this? Invite them to our live Lift More Body event. This event is happening on August 15th at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So convert it in the time zone that you're in, but it's 1 week from today. Invite them to your house. Get them that $7 body day pass, but let's get them involved with our body event that's happening for Lift More. All right. All things Lift More, FAQ again, 3317. The second announcement that I have, I mentioned the promo code. If you have people, you're talking to them and Lift More, maybe it's not their jam, that's okay. It is okay. We have a plethora of programs that we know can help them. And again, the most important part is you and your group. So I hope you guys have a bod group or something that you are inviting them to. But you, everybody has a personalized promo code that you can share. This gives people $20 off total solution packs that are $149 or more. And we know with that total solution pack comes the 30-day money back guarantee for Shakeology. What? It also comes with 30 days of body. What? There's so much value in our total solution packs, including whatever program they choose. We have, job one is a 20-minute program. Fire and Flow is helping people holistically. We have so many. I'm not going to name them all, but we have so many to choose from, and all of them $149 and more. You have your personalized promo code that you can help someone get started for $20 off. Get them in your group, link arms with them, and help them reach their goals while you are on your path to reaching your goals. All right, the third announcement that I have, Sandy talked about this a little bit, and this is all about Super Weekend. I'm so excited. I'm heading up to DC with my girl Jericho McMatthews, but Super Weekend is happening August 12th, 13th, and 14th. Sandy gave you the history, and I think that's so cool to witness how people started with 5 and maybe have 500. Listen, I saw, who was it? Becca states, I saw you asking, can someone please host one near you? Today is the final day for you guys to register to host your own event. If you don't see one on the map, which is in FAQ 9792 near you, go ahead. You have until 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to just submit your name. It doesn't have to be 500 people. It can be one, just you. It can be two, you and your spouse. It can be 5. But if you don't see one near you, that is not your way out. Listen to my voice and allow this to be an invitation for you to host your own. But if there is one near you and you're like, I am not hosting my own, get to one near you, because it's just another great way for us to touch and see people who are local to us, who are reaching their goals, and hear some business building tools from people who are in your neighborhood. There's no better way to spend a Saturday in the middle of the summer, coming out of Summit, going into Team Cup. There's no better way. So I hope that I see you in DC or wherever you may be during Super Weekend coming up this weekend, the 12th through the 14th. The final announcement that I have for you all is all about Team Cup. We are in full swing of Team Cup. The FAQ there is 11051. Basically, what you need in the FAQ at this point is the hyperlink to the website, which is teambeachbodycup.com. That's where we are making sure that you know what the prizes are. We're keeping up with people who have earned the tier prizes. Y'all, there are some really great prizes in store, like 90 minutes with Brandon Bouchard, $100, 100 bonus points, which translates to $100 US. If all of your people help listen, go to the FAQ. There are some really great prizes, but I think that the coolest prize is the fulfillment from setting goals, leaning on your team, maybe more so than you would do in any other given month, and doing the strategy, working your strategy in order to reach those goals. And not only you reaching those goals, but those goals being based on you helping people. There's no greater fulfillment than helping people and seeing yourself reach goals, seeing your people, your team reach goals. So it's really not too different than you would do in any other given month, but we just have some extra prizes attached. And if you're like kind of feeling like you're on your own island, join us this month on the Beachbody Champions page on Facebook. Almost every single day this month, we have one of our top coaches hosting what we call an action hour or an action 30 minutes. But essentially, you're going to bring your tracker, you're going to bring your list, you're going to bring the things that you use to build your business, and they will lead us in an action business building session. So join us this month for on the Champions page on Facebook for an action hour. Becca states, again, the FAQ is 9792 for August Super Weekend. All right, y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Sandy, I'm passing it back over to you. I can't wait to hear from our speaker today.
Awesome job. Thank you so much. And have fun in DC at your Super Weekend event. So excited for that happening this weekend. All right. Last few weeks, I have been having coaches who started in 2015. This coach started in 2014. This month is her 8-year coach anniversary. So I'm excited for her about that. She's a 4-time elite coach. She is a 2-time premier coach. She's an 8-star diamond coach. And guess how many months she has spent in Success Club? If you do the math, if you know how many months are in a year, I'll save you the brain power this morning. 90 months in Success Club. She's part of Team Live It to Give It. You guys give it up for Nicole Hedlund. Woo-hoo-hoo! Let me bring her on. I'll do that for you, Nicole.
Good morning.
Good morning. And you are traveling right now. You're in a hotel room, and just goes to show you can do this business anywhere, right?
You do this business anywhere. And this is like the story of my life. So how fitting that I am in Niagara Falls right now in a hotel room, heading to Cooperstown Field of Dreams for a baseball tournament. Yes, this is just how we're rolling.
Very, very fun. I'm so excited that you're doing this and you sent the family out. So let's just start. It's your coach anniversary month this month. Can you believe it? I mean, did 8 years fly, or why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got started and where you're at now?
Yes, it totally has flown by. And I feel like most days I'm just getting started. So yeah, let me bring you guys back. I'm so honored to be here. You know, 8 years ago, wow, I was a mom of two little boys, right? They were 2 and 5. And I was a full time math intervention specialist teacher, and my husband was a full time economics teacher. And we just had these busy schedules with two little boys, going through the motions of life. And I really, truly wanted to live a healthy lifestyle. But I knew the only way to really get into doing that was working out, right? And of course, eating well. And I did not want to check my children into a gym facility daycare after already being at daycare all day, right? So there was this buzz about P90X3, and Jeff and I, my husband, we had done P90X before our babies. And we got in really good shape. And I thought, okay, I hear this buzz about P90X3. This kind of feels right. Okay. So I was like, let's do this. So we went all in, we did P90X3, got really great results. And everyone at school was like, what are you doing? Like, how are you staying in shape with losing this baby weight? And so I kept sharing, like, oh, I'm doing Beachbody, I'm doing P90X3. And I would refer them to my coach. And my coach, she's like, why do you keep referring these people to me? Like, you are basically coaching. You can do this too. And I thought about it. I had every excuse I could possibly think of. And I also had in my heart, like, I knew I had to go for this. I knew I had to try it because it was something that I was loving. So why wouldn't I share it with other people and help other people, right? So it was totally out of my comfort zone, but I decided to go for it. So for 5 years, I was full-time teaching and part-time coaching. The coaching community really kept me engaged and kept me hungry for wanting more in life, right? And so I kept engaging with my accountability groups. I kept trying to make them fun and wanting people to want to check into them. So as I started to grow, my team started to grow. We did go Premier, we did go Elite twice as I was teaching full time. And after 3 years of doing this, I had the opportunity to reduce my teaching contract from full-time to part-time. I knew I had to go for this. So I reduced my contract to part-time. We continued to grow. It was a total leap of faith. And after those 2 years of part-time, in May of 2019, I reduced my contract to zero. I resigned from teaching. But little did I know that I would be teaching my own children 7 months later in March of 2020. So when the world shut down and the kids were at home and I was back to teaching them and running my business, I knew that the groups that we had going, I had to kind of up the ante. I had to bring more fun and engagement to them because it could be the only time and community that they had that was positive for them to look forward to. So that is where I really kind of honed in and got my systems in play for our accountability group.
I keep thinking about whenever people start the wake up call and they say, well, 8 years ago, I was a mom of two little kids. And then you're still a mom, you are still doing this business and you are still using tactics that you were doing years ago. So it's like things stay the same, even though our life around us has changed. You had the skills. You were a teacher, so you knew how to teach your kids. You knew how to bring people together in a group and teach them skills. So I just want to point out that when we talk about history, it's not that it makes us look old. It makes us look experienced, wise. And also it just goes to show no one is great from the beginning. From running a classroom, running an accountability group. No one is perfect or great, and they have people that lose interest, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
And your superpower should have been adaptability, because you have had to adapt to life changes. I mean, here you were reducing your teaching hours, and then oops, it's a pandemic and you've got to teach your kids from home,
Right.
and you adapted. But let's talk about about your groups, about coaching, because you've been coaching 8 years. Accountability groups is where it's at. And this topic meant something personal to you. I'll let you take it. Okay.
Yeah, it really did, because honestly, we say that there's no secret in this business, right? But I would say that the secret sauce of our business is the community that we build. And you're right. No accountability group is going to be perfect. And you do have the groups that are super engaged and you're rocking with them. And then there's other moments that you're like, hello, is anyone there? Right. But this topic really spoke to me because I really truly believe that when you bring a community together and you are with like-minded people focusing on just growing and progressing and getting better, that is the secret sauce. And having that engagement and bringing them in, that is where the relationships are formed. So I'm super excited to share with you all the 6 tips that I have for you on really incorporating fun and engagement in your groups.
Go ahead and just go into it.
Should we go ahead? Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So if you are the note taker, I'm going to give you 6 ways that you can really create fun and engaging groups. So the first way to have activity in your groups is really setting the stage with expectations and having a prep week. So during your prep week, you can hand out a prep packet, and you can also have a prep group open. This provides multiple resources for your challengers to really get set up for success, because it feels really good when you set them up for success, bringing them through step by step on how to navigate BOD, on what nutrition program is going to be best for them, how to meal plan, where to check in, and really truly the expectations for the group as you get going. One thing that I love to do at the end of prep week is have a getting started right call. Now, I know you maybe have heard of a getting started right call with onboarding coaches, but we also have a getting started right call with our challengers. It's a night you can do a fun theme, like you can do a happy hour, you can do a girls' night in, but it is a time where it's week 1, you're getting on a Zoom and you're really going over these different prep week topics just to reiterate what the group is going to be about and how to set them up for success. And once you have that getting started right call, you've now welcomed your community together so that when they're checking into the group, it's like, hey, I am a part of this because I was just online with these women. I got to know them and I'm ready to be with like-minded people. And the other thing during prep week, it's putting together a message pod. So this could be through on Messenger, this could be in a group text, just something where at times there's announcements that might come up like, hey, you guys, oh my gosh, Body just came out with Fivers and you really should check them out. Like add on 5 more minutes and let's do it together, right? But just getting in those quick messages in a message pod is also really critical because you don't know who's always checking into your group. And so having multiple ways to touch them is really helpful. The second way that I create engagement in groups is through check-in polls. I use Facebook groups, and on Facebook, you can create polls. And the polls that I create are very intentional with engagement. And so let me give you some examples of what these polls are. They would be, I push play, and I added a picture in the comments under the poll showing what workout I did and how it went. The next one, this is a huge one, and I'm going to circle back to this one, but this one is I encouraged other women in this group today. That is really engaging other people to connect with each other. The third is I got my supplements in, I got my Shakeology in, and maybe in the comments, they shared a recipe of what they used. I'm intentional with my eating, and I got in personal development or my gratitude. So you can see within these daily check-ins, they're engaging. You can also see who's not engaging. So you can use that to reach out and be like, hey, I haven't seen you check in on the polls. Like, everything okay, right? But when you are creating these check-in polls, you are having the vital behaviors are actually being embedded into their daily check-ins, which honestly is steps to becoming a coach, right? So we do have a team rule I want to share with you. And I know a lot of people run groups together. I run my groups with my newer coaches. And we have one rule in our accountability group is everyone that checks in every day, if they check in with their sweaty selfie, if they share a recipe, if they share that they're struggling, everyone gets a minimum of 2 comments or asking a question, right? Because that is showing, like, I'm not the only one that runs this group. That is showing our coach community. That is also showing, like, I see you regardless if you are my challenger or not. We are in this together. The third way that I create engagement is through recognition. What you recognize grows. Let me say that again. What you recognize grows, right? So what you want to do is have these expectations with the coaches that you're running your group with or you yourself that you are going to recognize your challengers, okay? It can be definitely in the daily check-ins, but another way that you can really recognize people is have something like Fangirl Friday. Have a theme and be looking for the people that are showing up. Maybe even it doesn't have to be the people that are even doing everything great and perfect. Maybe it's somebody that's had a hard week. And through private conversations, you've heard them and you want to acknowledge, like, hey, even though you're having a hard week, you're still showing up and you're still doing this. And I want to recognize that too. So it is having that extra recognition because what you recognize, you can recognize the people that are showing up. That's going to have that call to action to the other challengers saying, hey, she's getting recognized because she's doing this, this, and this. That's what I want to do. What you recognize grows. The fourth way to have engagement in your groups is going live. Now, going live is really your opportunity for them to get to know you. But when you go live, add value. Add value. Because when you add value, for example, I'm going to be sitting down and doing a meal plan. Okay, a lot of people struggle with how to meal plan. Keep it simple and show, like, hey, I'm going to go live. I'm going to show you my simple tips on how I keep meal planning simple. Adding value to them really will say, hey, every time I see this coach go live, she's always giving me tips. And it's not always just following the templates. They're great, but really adding your own flair to your groups. So sharing value when you're meal prepping as well. And if you read an excerpt from personal development or even going live, if you're struggling. I know last week my family was down and out and sick, and I shared that with my group because I was like, hey guys, you're not going to see much of me this week. It is crazy here. We're trying to recover and travel. It's going to be crazy. And you know what that did? It showed all the challengers, one, you're human, and two, okay, I'm going to rally, and they rallied each other, right? So that is the community that what it's all about. A fifth way that I create fun and engaging groups, this is a good one, is to feature our supplements in creative ways. Okay, so we all have the label on the back of the jar that tells you how to make it, but now we have so many creative ways to use our supplements. For example, all the lifters out there, I see you, right? Using Recharge. Make that nighttime cookie dough with Recharge. Going and sharing live or pictures in your group on how you took recharge and turned it into a nighttime cookie dough always gets the people engaged. Like, I want that. I want to try that. Making pick-me-up popsicles with hydrate and energize. It's hot. It's so hot right now, right? Like, getting creative with hydrate and energize to make popsicles, right? Another one would be like a smoothie bowl. Take your beach bar and just break it apart and layer it right there. Now you're showing how you can utilize the beach bar on top of a smoothie bowl, right? Power pudding. This one is with recharge or recover. With after your workout, make some recover pudding. Maybe dip some strawberries in there, and you have chocolate covered dipped strawberries with recover. It is just about getting creative with the supplements we have, and it also shows them, hey, if I haven't tried this, I'm going to be wanting to grab some of that and try that myself, because you've just shown me multiple ways of using one supplement. And then lastly, the sixth way of creating engaging and fun groups is really truly opportunities to get together. I know you guys were just talking about Super Weekend. Some ways that we have, it kind of depends on if you're virtual or if you have local challengers. Virtually, we have Sweaty Saturdays where you can hop on Zoom, log in, say good morning, and push play together. We also have done online cooking classes together where Thursdays we get a recipe from Fixate, we get a recipe from To Be Mindset, and push it out to the group and say, hey, on Sunday, we're going to make this together. So go grocery shopping, grab these supplies so that we can hop on and cook together. That is another way of having that engagement and fun, and also a way to show and utilize the recipes in our Beachbody On Demand. Another way is for local groups to get together and do a workout together, get together at a park. Kids can play at the park, you can work out at the park, get together for a brunch or a dinner or a happy hour. And the final way that we have brought engagement into our groups is looking on Fixate or To Be Mindset, everyone picking a different recipe. So for example, if I picked the Fixate chicken and broccoli mac and cheese, for example, I would make that and I would get together with 4 of my challengers. I would make chicken, broccoli, mac and cheese 5 times. So then when I got together with my local girls, let's say on a Sunday afternoon, I would give them 4 of my mac and cheese dishes, and I would get 4 different ones back. So then we all leave with 5 different meals for the week because we prepped once and we shared. So those are my 6 tips on how I love to create a variety of adding that fun and engagement into the accountability groups.
Nicole, you know what I love about your format here is that as a teacher, you were like very creative. You wanted to keep people engaged. You wanted to keep trying new things to get people to learn differently. And then you're like, you know what? I want my freedom. I'm going to become a coach, and I'm reducing my hours as a teacher. And then you come in as a coach and you're missing that structure, that system or a format in which you bring people together into a community. And I just find that so interesting. It's like you want your freedom where no one tells you what to do, but then you want to be able to set some parameters of this is how I'm going to do it. But your creativity is beyond special. I mean, the way that you're incorporating supplements, and you're just, I just love what you said. So 6 great tips. People on Facebook are really excited. Yeah, you brought the value, Nicole. You did fine. And, congratulations to your husband for holding your script. I'm just kidding. You can wave at me, Jeff. Yeah, thank you. This has been fun. And for those who, have, we're not able to watch live. I mean, I know we go this is on Facebook and it stays on for people to go back. These tips were golden. I'm going to get to your closing right now, but these tips are golden. This is what coaching is. It is bringing people together in a community where everybody feeds off of each other and people get their best results because they're encouraged and they get to the finish line. Mm-hmm. Team Cup is the same way, you know? So you're doing just that. You are making your community a place where people want to be, get results, have some new ideas, you know, and you're just creative. Every single time you run your group, you have a new idea, you know, because you can get bored. I mean, I get bored with the wake up call, you know, and I think every single Sunday night, what can I do differently tomorrow? What can I bring? How can I bring the value? I'm doing the same thing you're doing every single Monday is trying to get people to engage with this call and to say, hey, you know what? That call was great. You should listen to it because you're struggling with your challenge groups of retaining people. And you gave some really great tips. So
thank you.
Very much. So you and I talked about what's your superpower, and you started out with one thing and then you really thought it through. Share with the audience what you have what you've developed over the last 8 years.
Yeah, I love this question because honestly, like every person has different superpowers. And I thought about this and then talking with Sandy went kind of back and forth, but it really, really stems from the very beginning when I started coaching, reading The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. I know it has been mentioned many times on this call, and success leaves clues, friends. So if you have not read or listened to that book, it is a must. But when I read that book, it really pinpointed what I had to do in this business. Because going back, remember, I was teaching full time and I had to be disciplined. So I would say discipline is one of the superpowers that I have. Working full time with 2 little boys that from a very young age started hockey at 2 years old, I literally started my business when they were at the ice arenas at practice. Now, I would never work the business during the games, but at practice, I had the choice of sitting in the freezing arena or sitting in the warmer part. And I would bring my laptop and work in those like cracks of the day. And it was that discipline of just creating these habits of when to fit this business in and how to fit this business in effectively on top of, you know, early mornings or later nights. But having these effective habits time and time again have compounded. And so I really would relate that superpower to that personal development book. You guys, if you have not read it, do yourself a favor and read that book.
I think what happens with like movies and with books is that when you watch them again or you read the book again, it hits you different. Yeah. You know, so you may have read The Compound Effect when you first started coaching. And then, you know, 5 years later, you're like, whoa, because you've changed, you've grown, and you've had more experiences. So I really appreciate that. It's the same thing with a wake-up call. I mean, wake-up calls, go back and listen again. It'll hit you differently the second time. So I'm really grateful for everything you brought to us on your vacation day from your hotel room in Niagara Falls with your husband holding your cue cards. This has truly been a very fun wake-up call for me. I hope it has been for everybody else. Thank you so much, Nicole.
Thank you, Sandy.
Okay, we've got second week of Team Cup started, and it is August. It's I can't believe it's a back to school month. Stop it now. Stop it. Go back to September. Anyway, we are done with the wake up call for today. We will see you here next week. Bye-bye.